How's it going? Fox back again with another tutorial for sound design tutorials. Today it's going to be another FM8 bass patch. I've been making a sort of progressive house, sort of trancey beat, and I made this simple bass inside FM8 and I thought I'd show you how I made it. I'll play a little beat through quick so you can hear the bass in its entity with everything else. There you have it, that's the bass we're going to be making today. It's quite a funky sort of bass. I'm quite sure you could use it in many different genres, but I think this is sort of progressive house again. So yeah, nice and straightforward, only use 4 operators for this. Everything's routed through the filter. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and create a new sound in FM8. I'll go to the operators page. I find it easier to do everything in here rather than clicking on each one individually. So operator, everything goes through the filter as I said, so turn F off. I'm going to use A, B, C and D. Click the filter on, which is Z, route it to the output a maximum 100. So I'm going to use operator A, route this through Z at around 50. Pull the ratio to 0.25, that's down 2 octaves. Change it to a sawtooth. Key sync it. And we're just going to offset it slightly with a ratio down to about 0.249593. Just detunes it slightly. Operator B we're going to click on with the right button. Route this one to the output at maximum 100. Operator B, let's do the ratio at 0.125. This is down 3 octaves. We don't do anything with the offset for either of these two. This one is a PWM ramp mod. Key sync this one as well. Operator C, right click it to turn it on, route it to the output around 4950 as well, half volume. Operator C is a 135 square. This is start to give it a bit more of the bassy sort of sub elements of the sound. Key sync this one again. I'm going to offset this one slightly to 0.84. .84, something like that, doesn't really matter. The ratio for this was 0.125 again. I kept that as it was, as I say, didn't bother detuning it or anything. So 3 oscillators. Operator D, right click, turn it on, route this one through the filter about 85, 86. Ratio 0.125 again. This is the real sub element of the sound. Key sync it and invert it. I did some FM synthesis in regards to routing operators back into each other. I routed D back into itself at 37. I routed C back into A at around 9 or 10. B back into A at about 20. And B into C at 23. When you do some FM synthesis in regards to like routing them in back into themselves and other stuff, on a bassy patch like this, it gives it quite a real nasally sort of, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like a bit of slightly acidy twang without doing any filter modulation or anything like that. But yeah, for the operators, that's it, as I say, nice and straightforward. We'll go ahead and set the envelope up now for these 4 operators. Click on the envelope section. All 4 envelopes were the same, so click on A, we'll do the work on this one, and then we'll link the rest together, the first 4. All I did was back the attack off slightly and give it a bit of release in between 5 and 6, just to stop any unwanted clicks. And that was it. Okay, we'll go and set the filter up now. Click on Z. This brings us to the filter page. The filter mix I had all the way to the left, so I was just using filter 1, which is this top part here. The mode, I had it just off from a low pass filter, +7. So it just wasn't as steep a slope as what I wanted as standard, so I just backed it off a little bit. Resonance I pulled down to about 45. Pulled the cutoff back to about 32. We're going to set the filter envelope up now because this is the main tool for crafting the sound. I pushed the attack out to about halfway between 0.2 and 0.3, sort of just under the V. Pulled the decay level back to about 0.6 and down a tad to about 0.83. And I pushed the release out all the way out to the 0.8. I just made this curve not so steep, so it's pretty much a typical ADSR envelope, what you would imagine, with a slightly longer attack. And the envelope I did all the way maximum to the left. I'll play the sound, I'll dial this to the left so you can hear what effect it's having. It's a fine line getting the envelope to sit where you want when you're doing something like this. I played around with this for a couple of minutes just to make sure it was where I wanted, but yeah, but the attack just under the V worked really well. So yeah, that's it. Kept the level at full, pan dead centre, serial in parallel as it comes in standard all the way around to serial, even though I'm just using the one filter, and the mix all the way around to the left. That's pretty much the sound done now. We've just got the master section and the effects to do. So in the master section, I'll push the voices up to 4. Clicked it on mono because it's a bass patch. Push the detune down slightly, 17. Pan ever so slightly, about the same, 17. Digital all the way up to about 80. That really helps give the sound a bit more bite. Analog, about halfway. Yeah, just the effects section now. I just used a couple of effects, nothing too strenuous. I used overdrive. I'll set the drive to around 35. I aimed the tone to the lower parts of the sound, about 11. Push the bass up ever so slightly to about 60. And the volume down to about 40. The only other effect I had on was a shelving EQ. I just got rid of some of the highs because it's a bass patch, and that was it. I'll just talk a little bit about the effects that I had on it within the sound itself. I mean, you don't need any of these really, the patch is fine as it is, but for it to sit into my mix, I had a compressor, just to compress the sound after the effects I've got in here. The EQ8, just accentuating the mid parts of the sound. As I say, the sidechain compressor, you won't, that's just sidechaining it from the kick. And the overdrive does make quite a difference. Again, just to drive to the lower part of the sound, just to sort of beef up the sub-elements. That's it, that's the sound done. So, real simple, nice, straightforward. it, nice progressive house bass. I'll show you these couple of sounds quick. This is one I made with a virus. I will be doing this because I really like this sound. So that was with a virus, a nice pluck, but I put a lot of reverb on it just to help it fill the sound. This is one that I did with Diva that I've bounced down. This is the Diva patch. So it was nothing. 3 saw waves, a bit of filter modulation, some delay and a bit of reverb, and it gave me this. The delay inside Diva is really good. You can get some really cool effects messing around with that. But for now, that is that patch done anyway. Progressive house / trance bassline. Make sure you subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. My YouTube page is www.youtube.com/MrMFox22. Check out Facebook and Google+. It's Sound Design Tutorials, and tweet me at Sound Design Tuts. Okay, thanks again for watching. Cheers.